There's been an alarming decline in bird populations in Arizona and around the country, with the sustainability of about a third of all U.S. bird species of high or moderate concern. We learn more about this from Erica Flores of Audubon Southwest. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So it's the 2025 State of the Birds report. That doesn't sound very encouraging here.
No, and Arizona is actually one of the most biologically diverse states in the nation. And even here in Arizona, we have some of the most vulnerable bird species.
Why is this happening?
So this is happening for a number of reasons, but one of the biggest is a changing climate. Here in Arizona, it's been getting hotter, it's been getting drier, and birds really rely on stable conditions for them to be able to find food and also to breed. So when we have these different temperatures, rising temperatures, and changing weather patterns, it's really making them struggle.
I was going to say shifting habitat, not just for the bird, but for the thing the bird feeds on and the whole chain, correct?
Right. So birds rely on our monsoon rains and our winter rains, not only for cooler temperatures and water, but also for food, so insects and wildflowers. So, for example, the rufous hummingbird comes and is a migratory bird, and they're looking for wildflower blooms. And so when they don't see that, when we don't have that rain and that type of temperatures, then they look elsewhere.
So water scarcity obviously is involved with climate change. What about just simple old-fashioned pollution? Is that is that still a factor?
Yes. So it's pollution, wildfires, also development. All of those are contributing factors to changing this changing habitat for birds.
And when you mention development, what about like tall building? Are birds flying into buildings? Is that a factor?
Yes, that's also a factor. And that's something that we encourage people to do as well at their homes, is to put decals on their windows so that can help prevent bird collisions.
Interesting. So when I was reading about this, controlling pests, dispersing seeds, pollinating plants, this sort of business. As we mentioned, there is a chain there. Are the birds at the wrong end of the chain, or are we talking about literally a canary in the coal mine here?
Well, birds are very important for our ecosystem, and we have to remember that the environment that birds have, we share that environment with them. So when they're sounding the alarm, then we need to pay attention and listen.
Yeah. And birding itself for Arizona, in terms of tourism, big deal, huh?
Big deal. We have a lot of birders that go especially to southeastern Arizona. We have a lot of different habitats here in Arizona as well. We have the grasslands, arid lands, forests, and riversides, and that brings along birds. But even people we've been talking to that regularly look for birds, they've been noticing, those birds that I usually see along the riverside, I haven't been seeing them lately.
Is it happening more in some parts of the state than more than others, or is it just basically general?
Well, this is across North America that It's happening across the country. And I think we notice it a lot here in Arizona because of those rising temperatures and the changing climate, and as well because we have such a biologically diverse state.
I was going to say, so the lower levels of Arizona, the desert areas as opposed to higher levels, there's really not all that much difference there. You see a bird, and that bird is probably, there's a concern over the bird.
We have some of the most vulnerable species here. So some of the most declining birds are actually arid land and grassland birds, and we have both of those here.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of, say, average homeowner, you mentioned putting stickers or something in your window to keep a bird from flying in. What can the average homeowner do?
There's a lot of things that they can do. So they can make their home more bird friendly. They can plant native plants. They can add feeders to their gardens. And also something that we don't talk about a lot, but cats. Keep your cats indoors because they also contribute to a lot of bird deaths. And then we also have conservation projects, community science programs where they can help us count birds and survey birds and also support their leaders and policies that help protect habitats that help birds and people.
And I know you refer to this, but are there specific plants for specific? I know the milkweed gets the butterflies. So what kind of plants are really good for birds Again, in general.
So we have plants for birds on our Audubon website.
Very good.
And it's a really great tool where people can put their zip code and then they will see all of the native plants that would be perfect for their area.
Okay, that's the Audubon website?
Yes,
And what is-
audubon.org.
Audubon.org.
Yes,
Okay, so is there any sense that this could turn around, or is it following the climate lead?
So birds are very resilient. We just need to give them what they need. And so I'm hopeful that people listening will pay attention and realize that this is happening and realize that this is the same environment that they're sharing with birds and that they will help us conserve habitats for birds and people.
All right, Erica Flores, Audubon Southwest, good to have you here. Good information. Thank you.
Thank you.